Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a reading for the week ahead. How are you? How are you, Sag? Thanks so much for showing up here. My little fire family, I appreciate you. I've got some oracles here. I'm going to throw them down for the overall energy for the week ahead because I'm always reading for the week ahead. So if you're brand new, please know that I'm reading always for the week ahead. So whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate for you because we're not all on the same path or at the same crossroads of our life when a reading comes up. So I'm going to do these and then I'm going to pick up the tarot and we're going to get some detail on all of these general energies that I pick up with the oracles. So let's find out what's going on. If you were my ride or die Sag and you're back, thank you so much. You guys, you're growing so fast. It's crazy. Yeah. Thank you so much for all the views. I appreciate you so much. And if you are somebody who's brand new, please, there is a subscription button down the bottom right-hand corner of this little screen where I live. This Sag tribe is growing and gaining momentum. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. I'm your Saggy sister, by the way. It's in my rising. Tell me about Sagittarius. Tell me about the week ahead. What's this? Oh, it gave us two. We'll take them both. I don't like to give back the blessings. So we've got protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. And then we have gates of triumph. Success expands your life. Something you're going to have success with in the week ahead here. The gates are flying open and the sun is in the distance and it feels like there's a clear path through the obstacles. We've got mountains. The thing is that until we conquer a mountain, it's an obstacle. And then once we get to the top, it's an achievement. So they can be obstacles or achievement in the tarot, and there's a clear path going right through to the sun, which is the breakthrough for you. So success expands in your life. You're about to have some sort of a breakthrough because you're being watched by angels being protected by angels. We've got wandering path, enjoying the journey. Well, we have a path here, right? So success is it coming into your life here. And we've got enjoy the journey, wandering the path. So the gates of triumph are about to swing open for you here. And you're about to get out on the wandering path. I like that. And really specifically enjoy the journey. Because although I know that everybody wants to know when it is, how's it going to happen, when am I going to get it? I mean, if we all knew the ending, why would we even bother with the beginning and the middle? You know, tarot's more about the journey than it is about you getting what you want. And you will get what you want in the end, essentially. We all do. We all get what we deserve. But I feel like you're supposed to pay specific attention to the journey. And I think that's like an energy that's been coming out in the readings over and over and over again today. So I feel like it's a really important one. I keep saying the same thing over and over. So there is some sort of really beautiful journey that's coming up for you here. Tell me what else is coming up for Sagittarius, please. We've got protection. Very interesting. So protection, right, of big trees. So I don't know about you, but when I was a kid and I was out at my grandma's trailer out the lake, we'd be playing, right, in this great big field behind the property. And when it rained, we would all gather underneath the tree because we liked the rain, but we didn't like the lightning and the thunder, and we felt like it kind of protected us from that. I feel like for some of you, you're about to grow roots with something that you don't realize, that there is about to be some sort of protection that's showing up in your life. For some of you, it feels like you're going to be growing roots to do something, like you're going to be settling down somewhere. And, you know, the lightning is here. And so I feel like it's within a moment. You're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, well, I will buy that house then. I'll buy that house across state or across the province or across the country. And that's what I'm supposed to do. It's like it comes to you in a realizational moment. We've got miracles. Maybe it's something you never thought would show up, but it is showing up for you here. Miracles, we've got power. Oh, look, more lightning. I'm telling you, you're about to be shocked by something, I think. It's shocked that it's showing up and working out for you at the same time. Tell me more about Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius. All right, we've got regret. Let's pull one more. I know that I cannot change the past. Whatever you said, whatever you did, whatever it was, you can't change what went on back there. So there's no point in carrying the regret with you. We do have perseverance. Look, you had to persevere. I feel like sometimes we make decisions or say things, and I don't know about you, but for me being a Sag rising, sometimes I can put my foot in my mouth, and so sometimes I'm like regretting things I said. And so I finally sometimes have to go back and figure those things out and talk about them a second time. But perseverance, it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So I feel like even though there's regret about things that didn't work in the past for you, I think there are some miracles showing up for you to enjoy the journey on the next wandering path. And it feels like you're going to be able to persevere those regrets. I feel like they're eventually just going to disappear into the past. I've got empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. I think you need to have some empathy for you, not just for others. Because I feel like you've gone through something here, that you've come through some sort of, like protection is here twice. Protected by angels, now you've got protection. So I feel like it was, you were being protected when something really awful was going on. Could be switches and change-ups in your life. It feels like you're coming out of some sort of a hard cycle, or maybe it was just the energy of the eclipses, but it feels like you're about to have some great success. Have some empathy for you. Peace says, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Empathy says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. And that's exactly what it is, right? It's a difference between seeing someone a hole and saying, oh, I'm sorry you're in that hole, as Brene Brown would say. Or that person shows up and says, you know what, let me get a ladder. I'm going to get in the hole with you. We're going to figure it out, and then we'll get out of the hole together. And so I feel like you are moving into empathy for yourself or for someone else, and you're going to be able to see their side of it. All right. Sagittarius, if you're interested in a private reading, my friends, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, I do read privately. And please look in the pinned comment for the information you need. You do have to go over to Hipsy. Hipsy is a sister site of Wizio, which I was using before, and they've just expanded. And so how I've expanded with them is I'm now offering live one-to-one phone calls and chat if you want to do that. If you've got a quick question and you just want a quick answer. But I do pre-recorded readings, as I always have done. That's not changing. We've got the Three of Swords. Well, I did say that something, you came coming out of a hard cycle, that something hard went on back there. We do have the Queen of Swords. I love that. The Three of Swords to the Queen of Swords tells me that you're like, you know what? I'm getting myself up off the ground. I'm just going to dust myself off. And now I've got something to say. And so the Queen of Swords is the person who is Libra, right? So it's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, of course, because we're in a general reading. But this is Libra energy. I'm now coming to a place of balance because now I'm speaking my mind. I'm speaking my truth. It's time for me to liberate myself from people assuming things, and I'm just going to say it out loud. One more card here. We've got the Nine of Cups, and I really love that, and I think that's coming up in a lot of my readings today too, for the signs here, doing water and fire readings today. And so this Nine of Cups is, you know, this is wish fulfillment, but please understand you built it on your own. Like, this isn't something that is just being given to you because you're a nice person. Like, you really worked for this. You worked for the Nine Cups. And now, because you've gotten to the Nine Cups, that's when the wish fulfillment comes. So the Nine of Cups is, how did you get there? By yourself. You made yourself happy. You decided, I'm going to choose happiness. And then this is the inner happiness, right? It's the nines. I did it by myself. Nobody else helped me. I did it by myself. I'm now a person who doesn't require external things in order to make me happy. I'm just happy. And that's what that feels like. The perseverance has brought you to a place of, I'm just happy. I've left this spot here because we are going to look into not just next week, but the week ahead. This will be the week ahead of next week, right? So 3 weeks in. And let's find out what's happening in that week. Let's just get a real quick peek in there. We've got the Six of Swords. So you're moving on from something. I like it. You're moving on from the regrets, I feel. Being a person of perseverance, that you can do whatever you set your mind to. And the Six of Swords is about the mind, right? That's air energy. We do have the Ace of Cups. So you're moving on, some of you to a new love, some of you to a happier place, some of you to a place of overflowing love, contentment, emotions. Yeah. It doesn't always have to be romantic. Just keep that in mind, right? Let's talk about these three swords here, because it feels like while you were going through the hardship or the heartbreak or the disappointment, whatever the Three of Swords is to you, you were being protected. Protected by your angels until it was time for the gates of triumph to swing open so you could see the path clearly, the path to the sun. And so success and expansion is about to come here for you. Tell me more about the Three of Swords, please. Five of Pentacles is here. The Five of Wands is here. And the World card. Oh my gosh. I really love that energy. Sag, that's beautiful energy because, yes, we do start with the Three of Swords. And it kind of is a negative draw on the energy of the mind, right? And then we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is like money was really hard, or I was feeling in lack, or I was feeling like people were pushing me on the outside and not looking in. And the Five of Wands is I was holding back. Was holding myself back. I didn't want to get into the competition or throw my hat into the competition. But I think that these days are over. I'm just going to say with the World card here, you've got a milestone or accomplishment that you're going to be celebrating early in the week next week. And I feel like the gates of triumph are about to swing open for you. And you're about to see a clear path to the sun, to this breakthrough here. The World card is this milestone. And it also is the ending of something, right? It's the end of the chapter, right? The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana series, 21 of those. And that means that the end of the Five of Wands is coming. So the end of feeling like you couldn't throw your hat in the ring for some sort of competitive thing, whether it's getting a job or a relationship or whatever it is. Or the Five of Pentacles is also telling me that what's coming to an end is whatever the Five of Pentacles is, feeling left out or feeling like I didn't have enough money. It really does feel like here that that's exactly what's going on. Success expands in your life. When the World card shows up, it's because the end of the chapter is here. You've gone through enough. It's time for things to start looking up for you. And I think it starts with you standing up and saying, look, this is where I am growing my roots. And I feel like you stand up in a moment of shock and awe to other people while you're saying, this is what I've got to say. I'm about to tell you the truth, and I hope that you'll be willing to listen to my truth. Like it feels like you're going to be confessing something or telling somebody something, but being honest and truthful and not aggressive, not just being assertive, just saying, I got to get this off my chest. I'm going to say it right now. And I want to say that you are protected, whatever it is that you're saying, whatever it is that you're bringing to the surface here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. It's telling me that you have waited a really long time to say it. And we've got the Empress energy here and the King of Wands. The King of Swords. So the Seven of Pentacles tells me you've been waiting for a really long time to face the King of Swords as the Queen of Swords. Now, I don't really know what that means for most of you. You can pick your scenario and place it upon that whatever way you think. But I'll tell you what I'm feeling. So what I'm feeling is that there are two people that really need to have a heart-to-heart. We really need to talk about something. We need to be really honest and truthful about where this is going. Or what do you feel? Do you feel something or not? Do I feel something or not? That's what it feels like here. I've got the Empress energy here. So what I feel is really beautiful about this energy, whether you're feminine or masculine Empress, is that you're finally going to be standing up to the King of Swords and saying, look, I don't mean to ruffle your feathers. I don't mean to cause angst or anxiety for you, but I need an answer. What is going on here? What are we calling this? If this is a relationship, what are we calling this? Or did you know I have feelings for you? Or, you know what I mean? It feels like somebody is going to be, their tongue is going to be unloosed, is going to be loosed. Yeah. Like their tongue is they're going to be able to say it now. And I feel like you're taking a chance by saying it because the Ace is here and then 2 and 3, you could be breaking your own heart or breaking their heart. But I feel like whatever it is, it must come to the surface. And I think it comes into the surface in the middle of next week is what it feels like. And I feel like you've been waiting a really long time to say it or to liberate yourself from the situation, because regardless of how the situation works out and, enjoy the journey is what I'm going to say, regardless of what the ending is, I feel like it's you releasing yourself and saying, you know what, I just can't stay quiet anymore. I don't care if I'm up against the King of Swords. I'm ready. I'm the Queen of Swords. And I've got to finally say something and bring balance and abundance into the situation that I've been waiting for a really long time. And maybe it doesn't work out the way you think it's going to work out. Maybe it doesn't work out at all, but maybe it works out incredible. But I feel like what you're telling somebody here is I'm ready to put down roots. Are you? Because I feel like this lightning that's coming in here, it's like you've been prepared to shock the pants off somebody here. I feel like you're just going to be honest with someone. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and we have Temperance. So I really do feel like with this perseverance, right? It says, I know that I can do whatever I put my mind to. I feel like you can, for sure. This Knight of Swords showing up in the reverse, though, tells me that you're willing to look at things and move at things slowly, but in detail. in facts. We still are going to talk about it, but we're going to have it clear. We're going to speak clearly, concisely, because I feel like what you want the outcome to be is the Nine of Cups. You ultimately, in yourself, the Queen of Swords, I feel for you, is like you standing up and saying, I just need to clear the air. I need to let you know how I feel about you. Or I need to know how you feel about me or about the situation. Or maybe you walk into the boss's office and say, look, if I can't get that raise, we're going to have to talk about, maybe me putting in my resignation. Like, it feels like you're just going to be standing up and counted. People are going to see you as being counted. And so the Eight of Swords is telling me that you're at this moment in preparation, that you're preparing for what you're going to say. It feels like there are some things that you're going to say that are going to bring balance to you, but may not bring balance to everyone around you, if that makes sense. I feel like you've persevered long enough and you've been quiet long enough. You've been waiting to turn into the Empress so you could take on the King of Swords as the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you're going to do it in a very balanced way. I feel like you are about to confess something. Maybe tell someone how you feel about them. Tell me what the Ace of Cups, please. So this, again, is for not next week, but the week after. Tell me what the Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords, because I feel like regardless of what the answer is between you and the King of Swords, or you and the Queen of Swords, whatever you are, the feminine or the masculine, regardless of what the outcome is, that you've enjoyed the journey. And I think that this tells me here that it releases you from the Ace of Cups. I feel like you finally have movement within the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, that means that the other person is going to be in agreement. Yes, I have incredible big feelings for you as well. And for others of you, it's going to be closure. It's going to be, I'm happy anyway. So it feels like a win-win for you, Sag. That's what it feels like. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Cups, and we have the Magician. So it does feel like there is a magical connection here, is what it feels like. Somebody here is very resourceful and has all the tools that they need in order to be either, one, to accept and receive what is happening in the situation, and somebody who's realized that I still have a legacy, regardless of what the end result is, regardless of what the answer is from this other person, I still have a legacy to build. So the Ten of Pentacles could definitely be somebody agreeing, yes, I feel like we should try something that is long-term romance, possibly. Maybe we're going to move really slowly into a long-term romance, but I feel like somebody has all the words. I'm going to say somebody here is a very good talker. And look, we got the King and the Queen of Swords on deck here. So somebody here is a really smooth talker and has all the words, right? Because this person is holding all the aces, and one of the aces is the Ace of Swords. So I feel like we're going to be talking about feelings. And if it doesn't happen for you next week, it might happen for you in the week ahead. But I feel like you've been waiting for something to go down here, that you've been carrying some burdens, you've been really resilient, and it's time for you to finally hit the end of the cycle and say, I'm going for broke. Finally just going to say it. We've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse who's going for broke. That's great. So the Queen of Swords in the reverse is like, I don't really care what you think. I'm going to bring it up. It's going to make you uncomfortable, and I'm going to bring it up. So I feel like it's that's your energy, right? Queen of Wands in the reverse. And it feels like you're ready to move at it slowly, but you're moving at it nonetheless. I feel like you're about to tell somebody exactly how you feel. Look, it's the 9 and the 1 that she's carrying that I'm looking at. That's the 10 wands. You're going to be able to drop some really big burdens that you've been carrying around. Yep. Looks like it. You're about to open up your mouth and say so. And I like it, Sag. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back, though, because I'm always back. I hope you will be, too. I'll see you then. Love you guys. Bye.